So what's the plan? What are we doing? Well, what we are doing is the Space Engineers Olympics. It was an idea I had for a video that was supposed to come out in March, but it took a lot longer to plan. So the original idea was was going to do essentially an Olympic event, but with spaceships. At least trying to figure out the closest way to do so. But of course, when planning this thing, I was like, I can get this done and I can release this as videos in March. By the 24th of March, I realized I'm still planning this thing out, and there's not a chance it'll be ready in time. So, but here we are. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're doing some early videoing. What we're going to be doing is preparing for our lovely Space Engineers Olympics. I've gone through all the Olympic events, at least the ones on their website, and figured out how they're done, and figured out what's, in my opinion, the closest way to get them to happen. Now, how this event's going to go is that I'm going to be using drones and other abilities to control ships so that they get the best score possible. But of course, that takes time and testing, and our first contestant is Archery. Now, I've thought of one way to do it, but if anybody else has any other ideas, feel free to share. But currently, the way I'm planning on doing this is I was going to use railguns, and we're going to treat it like a compound bow shooting. Get some very, very precise targets. Come and finish maybe 20th, and try and aim down the line and get them to fire from 2 kilometers away. Now, I realized something, that it's going to be very hard to make that a competition if you're using drones, because they'll always just line up and make the perfect shot. So this might be one of those ones that we will end up not doing, but we're going to test it out anyway. This stream might be cut a little short, as I have some stuff I need to do later on, but it should be at least an hour. So let's start. Now, I'm also sorry for being a little late, but stuff happens. It's the best I got for you. So thank you for all of you who are here and watching. And hey, for those who don't know, I'm also live on Twitch right now, so if you want to come watch me on Twitch, hi, good to see you. So, any of you on YouTube watching later, welcome. Hi. Come find me at Twitch. It should be link probably in the description. It is in my info page though, so. We're almost out of the gravity, because we need to be out of the gravity for this to work. I don't know why I'm doing it this slow way, but hey. So the plan is to build a target. And I think I have an idea for how the target should work. But let's see. Oh, yeah, I forgot I turned pirates on. That's gonna be annoying. Just flashing the screen, but hey. Let's see whether we can build this target. So to make sure that the target doesn't move spaces, I could either build a state. Yeah, I could just build it as a station, because I was originally going to build it like as some ship that wouldn't move. But like a space station would make more sense, just from a plan standpoint. So we're going to do it that way. Oh, there we go. We're out of the gravity, so we'll give it a sec. We look down, you can see the planet right there. Actually, if I press F8, yeah, that's a more reasonable distance. Yeah, let's just do that. Should have done that from the start. If we go, there's probably a better way to teleport, but I don't know it. So, not trash removal, entity list. TP here. Okay. There we go. All the way out here in the middle of nowhere. Seems like a great idea. So, if we build the target, so... How big? Let's go that big. See how that works. Okay. So the first thing we're going to need is a control panel. Because we need to be able to access. And we need to go to info and convert to station so it doesn't move. Then what I've realized is that it's probably better to use heavy armor if we're going to be shooting railguns at it. So we will go... Let's go 10 by 10, shall we? So if we go up to it being 100. There we go. We get rid of that part. Now this should be solid. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this 2 layers. Probably, let's make it 3 just for safety. And then we'll put a gap. Actually, we don't need it to because this is target practice, not stopping the penetration. So, in the center should be this. So that's the center. So we make that the bullseye. Or we expand it 1 because this is railgun, so we'll make it precise. So we'll make that the center, so we'll expand it out by 1 in each direction. And by doing so, what are we doing? What have we done? Is that in the middle? Yeah, that looks pretty much in the middle. Okay, so let's go P for paint and choose the red. And then, whoops, not the button I meant to click. Though kind of the idea. There we go. So that's the bullseye. Now we're going to go for a stronger contrast, so we're going to go with white. So now because these are squares, it's going to be a square bullseye. So red, then white, then red, then the out one should be red. So we're going to leave that gray because that's going to be too far. So that's going to be the scores. Okay, so if we go like all the way out here, I think that might be too far. Yeah, no, it's too far. So like this. Whoops. We can always cover it up with the red later. There's Space Pirate Mayday. Okay, so there's our white rings. And we're going to go to the red ones. And go around the outside of these as well. Whoops. So we go boom, boom. Perfect. Then carry on with the red. Down we go, building a excellent target. Yeah, I just realized this is the target logo. I suppose that is what their logo is. It's a bullseye. So that's on them. So Minecraft. I suppose I could probably build this as a circle, but that seems like it's more hassle than it's worth, considering what we're supposed to be doing. Now this is going to be a trial run to see whether what we're doing is even possible. Is worth it as a fake Olympic sport. So first what we need is a ship with a railgun. We should probably put an antenna bang in the center of this at the back. So we go and antenna. Let's go with an antenna. Just so we know how far away we are. Oh yeah, because it's 2 by, we can't, yeah, that will be good enough then. If we go back to our control panel, we can then go antenna. And we will call it target. And we should, oh yeah, we need power. So we'll put a reactor on it, because that will make it work. There we go. Target. Now we'll go 2 kilometers away from target. First we need to see, well, let's just go with 1.5 actually. Actually, this is actually a phenomenal chance to test something. If we can actually just keep going back. This might not be perfect, but it's gonna do. So let's place with some thrusters. This isn't gonna look good, but it's gonna be functional, so. I think that's every direction now. Yeah, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Yep, okay, and then Railgun Gyroscope. The ships will be better built than this, but I just need something quick as a test. Huh. I never actually noticed that, but there's actually a sound block look to that capsule there. That's cool. Okay, so we got a gyroscope. Oh yeah, power. So 2 of these just to make sure it works. Apparently there's still not enough power. Let's go with a large one. There we go. Not surprising, it is a railgun. And control. Remote control, perfect, because that's kind of actually what we're going to be using. And then a camera, because we're using a remote control. Can't put it on the front, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, we can put it to the side then. Actually, hang on. If we put the remote control on top, and then put the camera on the front of that, then we can, and then for safety, let's put the antenna there. Gives us more range. Okay, let's press I, go to remote access and control. Perfect. The camera's upside down. 6. There we go. I. Remote access control. Cam. View. 1. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so if we zoom into the target, we can see that we're wildly, and because of how light the ship is and how much to gyro, you can see it's wildly out of whack. I'm starting to really understand the complications of trying to do archery as a space engineer's Olympic sport, because I was terribly out of line. I have actually a genius way of maybe fixing that. That might turn out to be an idiotic way of fixing it. Oh, right, I have to leave character control. Okay. Off to the bullseye. So if I fly right up to the bullseye and go GPS, new from current position, title it bull. That's by bullseye. Yeah, let's just go with target because I know how to spell that one. Anyway, and then we click new and go start, and we'll go X coordinates. We'll make the X coordinates the same and see where it is. Starts now all the way over there. Okay. So 14,000 kilometers, 1,400 kilometers away. Then we'll go to GPS and go the same Y coordinates and see where that moves to. Okay, so the Y coordinates are the ones we're going to need to move. The Z coordinates need to be the same. Got it. So, target, Z, puts them in literally the exact same spot. Now we need to move 1.5 kilometers, so let's move it. Let's say each one's that's accurate. So that's closer to 0. So that means minus. I need to minus those numbers. So we go to the calculator and put 999,573 and minus 1,500. You get 998,073, and that brings it to pretty close from what I can tell. I think I might be right on how that thing works, because if I am, this is going to make this really easy. Because it should have the exact same X. It is pretty much exactly, it is just over. Okay, so if I go remote access control, and press K, and go to remote control, click waypoints, go start, add. Camera 3, one way. What am I missing? Oh, I guess I need 2 points. So if I go... So if I go I GPS start new, and then actually, can you copy? I can. Perfect. Ah, that doesn't work. Okay, perfect. So it has to be one at a time. Ah, I can't. Okay, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, minus. Okay. Let's go I, GPS, nope, I, remote access, control. Nope, not that type of control. K, remote control, go to add new. Oh, that's because I'm in control of it. I can't go into autopilot mode, isn't it? Okay, so we're gonna go and travel to new. Point 1. Then what we're gonna do is once the remote control gets there, it's going to turn and travel towards, being very specific on how it accelerates so that it goes precisely towards the correct location. This is working really well. Okay. All I'm doing is following along. And if I go, and it stops perfectly. And if I go I, remote access, terminal, go railgun and go to shoot. It missed. Like, that wasn't even close. Maybe there is a sport in this after all. Did we actually get any damage, or did it? Oh, it did. No, it hit the outskirts. So if we go 10, 9, if we go, what, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point rings. So 10, 8, 6, 5, 2. This one looks like it got a 0, because all it did was hit this corner. Huh. Maybe we do indeed have a sport here. Huh. So if I put these blocks back, go to character tools, get a welder, to repair the surprisingly lack of surrounding damage. And then press K, go remote access, terminal. If we go here, click at start. Shoot once. Then if we go to remote control, click, change it from one way to patrol, click autopilot on. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're just waiting for it to turn around. Wow, I'm really far away from my camera. If we travel all the way back. Okay, so the ship's lining up, traveling back from its kilometer journey. Just looking at it, it really isn't that far. Lining up, lining up. Oh, no, it turns around too quickly. That's not good. Okay, so change of plans. Oh, I'm gonna have to go there in person. So let's go remote control. Let's go one way. And didn't mean to remove it. Meant to set up a different accent. Okay, let's go to the ship. G, and then a timer block. If we place a timer block there, we can then go I, remote access. Oh, I turned my antenna off, that's why. Accidentally. First thing we need to go is to go to the timer block. Let's give it a 0-second delay. Yeah, no, let's give it a 10. Yeah, let's go with 10-second delay. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn autopilot on. What the remote control is going to do is it's going to do a one-way flight mode from new to start. And at start, what it's going to do is it's going to shoot once. Then the timer block is going to count down for 10 seconds. Giving the target enough time to be shot. Giving the railgun hopefully enough time to fire. And then it's going to shoot it. shoot the target, hopefully. Okay, fancy cam. So the ship is traveling towards point 1. Is now at point 1. It's now turning around. It's traveling back to the point, start point. It will then rev up the fire. It fires. Did I forgot to set the timer block as one of the actions? I did indeed. Okay, but back to me. Let's see, how did it go? Oh, it definitely hit. There we go. It hit at a 6, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. I can change the score. But hey, that's actually really worked. Working surprisingly better than I thought it would. Of course, these ones aren't quite fixed yet. Okay, but so far we're at 2 different scores, which could actually make this a real competition, like actual competition. We just need the ships then to enter. And because it's able to go through the armor, we can tell exactly what score it gets. And because it's heavy armor around it, it doesn't all break around it. Okay, back to the ship. It's on its way back, lining up for another shot. At a different angle this time, which is actually what's keeping the variable in live. I suppose theoretically, if I put the remote control like right behind the railgun, it'd probably be a lot more accurate. Oh, no, that's not good. That's the exact same spot. So I suppose if it is random, like I hope it is, then there's a chance it'll just end up in the exact same spot. So we'll give it another shot. The 3 in the exact same place is kind of suspicious. I suppose we could turn on precision modes and see how that affects it if that doesn't work. Okay. The ship's on its way back. It's on its return. The same angle, I think. It might be a little different. It's lining up its shot, lining up. At least we know that it's targeting accurately, though. Like, the targets are in line. Three, two, one. Yeah, it's the exact same one again. Because I even made sure that the colors stay the same. Just in case it was like one over and I was just reading it wrong. But that does show you just how powerful, like a penetration standpoint, that stuff is. Okay, so if we change the remote control to try and alter it up by changing precision mode. Let's see how that works. So it's turning around now. I think its angle might have even changed a little bit. No, looks pretty much the same actually. Anyway. Along it comes. Up it comes. And as it arrives, it will fire, we'll turn around. Hey, it changed location. That's actually really good. Okay. So it's changed location. Now I need a better way of doing this than doing this by hand every single time. Though I must say it does have a really good damage range. There we go. But this is actually turning into a lot better of an Axel usable sport than I thought it would. Okay, if we go back to F8 and see where it's at. It is on its way. But turning off precision mode, instead of lining up in the exact same way, it's slightly altering itself each time, which gives us a distinct change. Let's see whether it changes it where it's at this time. Line it up. That isn't the exact same spot. It's one below, so it's pretty close, but it's not the exact same spot. So, hey, and an Olympic level, that would make sense. Let's see how it changes in the next one. Also not quite as precise because it was always hitting a 6. Now it's hitting 2 different 8s. So if you look at the back, you can see where it's been. Oh, but once it goes out, if it hits either this one or this one, ooh, well, I suppose it doesn't really matter because we don't need it anymore. So they can disappear. Okay. So let's go back to still firing camera. The ship hasn't changed angles, but let's see. 3, 2. It just has enough time to recharge the cannon. Oh wow! Did it clip that? Oh wow, it did. Clip the outside of the thing. Huh. The back. That's insane. It's weirder that I clipped the back though. But hey, at least we've got proof that it's not going to be absurdly consistent. We can build a better target for the actual event, but still, this is showing great promise. Okay, let's just wait for one more attempt before we'll give this one. Thinking about it so that the ships line up the right way, we'll probably either build like an entire platform the entire way out and keep it in space, yeah, or we might put it on a planet. But that defeats the purpose. Okay, let's see. Does it hit? Maybe it gets like a couple on the same road. Yeah, that hit. Ooh, and a worse score. But a completely different location, so I suppose it was better than the previous one, which would have scored 0. And because of the different colors, the little rivets in between make very nice, like, score lines. Just realized that I'd probably be doing the back ones of these as well. Yeah. I hadn't thought about that, but the ones in the middle are probably the most likely to. Oh no, it's fine. Okay. Surprisingly, the ones in the middle, they're fine. While I'm doing this, well, I'm suddenly going to hear voomp, shoot straight through my nicely new repaired walls. There it is. I heard the shot. But there was no impact, which means they missed again. Said they, it's a robot, but it's ready most of the way back. Could probably build like a dock so that it forces it, like it's connected to the turret, like where the starting point is, then it's forced to be in the correct position. I suppose you could turn, I was about to say you need to turn up precision mode on to do that though, but you can always turn it on and off, so. Okay, one more shot. So that was the last one, but we missed, so we're going to try again. Ooh, a 6 and a different position. Perfect. This is actually a viable strategy that we will expand upon. Whoops. Okay, so what's the next sport up, do you think? I suppose we could just expand on this one. Yeah, let's do a little bit of let's do the expanding part. Ooh, let's do a test. So there's a ship I've been working on. Large ship. And I haven't finished building it. I've so far only built the internals of it. So if we go F10, I suppose I need to come all the way out here. Yeah, there we go. The knight. So far, all I've done is built kind of the generic internal shape. And I have a plan to build more externals later. But as a tester, it has 2 railguns. Not in the middle, but one on each side. So if I go remote access. Ah, yes, I haven't built this thing with an antenna yet because I haven't built the outside of it yet. So we'll just put one here for now as an example. Let's go I. Let's go down to the remote control. Add waypoint new. Add start. We want it to be one way. The front camera is going to be the camera. You're going to have collision avoidance on. And at start, what you're going to do is... Oh yeah, we need a timer block as well. First, what we need to do is set up the timer block. Remote. We want autopilot on. Then what we want as the remote again, we're going to click set up actions at this point. Groups, they're not a group. Let's make them a group. Let's go with set up actions again. Groups. Shoot once. All blocks, and then timer block. Start. Then what we want to do is click autopilot on and watch. I did say go forward, not sideways, right? Let me guess, I put the remote control on the wrong way. Which is why it's traveling sideways. Oh, my ship's damaged. Oh. Now we can come back and fix that later. But anyway, let's find the remote control. Yeah, it's the wrong way. It needs to be traveling up. There we go. Doesn't quite have the ability. Wow, that was way off. Doesn't quite what I'd have the ability, say, the ability to stop as a ship. but we'll give it a second try. Yeah, let's go. Because otherwise this is going to take forever to even get a shot on target. If we go... Actually... Where's precision? Precision mode on. And then... Here... We'll to allow for... Because otherwise this is going to take forever. Precision mode off. Let's see whether that works. Probably won't, because then precision mode's going to be on and that's just going to hit consistently. Because we're at the complete wrong angle, we're going to completely miss. Oh, but it's fast enough to be able to make it to and from. On my small little slow ship, it worked perfectly. But on the bigger ships with the larger engine. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. It hadn't recharged yet. Let's go and see whether we can actually get a target to hit. Even just one. Whoop. Bang. Okay. Other camera. It's traveling to the point. Gonna massively miss, yeah. Remote access terminal. Remote control. Instead of turning precision mode off, let's just leave it on and see what happens, because the ship itself is already so variable. Go to F8 mode. It's being very precise, just a completely different angle. To what I would like, because instead of passing through the start to get to, it's coming at the wrong angle. So how about if we line the two up? Because that will be more. There we go. Already more in line. Not quite perfect, but better. Then it does a full flip. Don't know where it's going. And comes back. A little high. And is now gonna flip. What I'm learning is that large engines on lighter ships don't work that well in this case. Oh, it didn't even register that we'd gotten to the start yet. It had missed, so it shot the wrong direction. And because we're coming at now these weird attack angles. Okay, well I thought we had something going there, and we did. But now what we need to do is do it in a slightly more precise way. I must say it does kind of look like a whale jumping out of the water when it goes up and down like that. Yeah. So the larger ships don't work so well, the smaller ones do though. Is what we've learned here. So we can fix that. We are to, from the bottom, build out a little stage. We could build it out in such a way so that the stage comes all the way over here, right the way along, and ends over here with different docking ports to dock our ships to. Then the ship can leave, line up, and fire. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've got our idea, I was thinking we could build it but I'm thinking what we should probably do is maybe move on a little. Well, for me, I have my other stuff on today. It needs to be done now, so that's going to have to be me. We've been going on for an hour of actual video, about 15 minutes of me realizing my mic's not on, but an hour of actual content. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for those of you who showed up to the live stream. Hello to all of you. See you later, and bye bye.